This 100-year-old political cartoon comes from the Daily Herald in Middletown, New York State.
The so-called Scopes monkey trial, debating the legality of teaching the theory of evolution in public schools in Tennessee, was the trial of the young century in 1925. Rudy Valentino was the era's hottest movie star. Sadly, he would die at age 31 the following year.
No look back at the 1920s would be complete without a flapper. The decade's notorious new women in short dresses and short hair.
This New Yorker cartoon depicts journalist Haywood Broun, fired from his newspaper column for reviewing plays his publishers thought were trashy.
Egg prices, tariffs, and the Republican Party elephant all make an appearance here.
The Scopes monkey trial again, this time with William Jennings Bryant as St. Patrick, driving the apes out of Tennessee.
Parents, remember this strategy. If you want your kids to read a book, tell them that it's forbidden.
1925 was during Prohibition, when alcoholic drinks were banned from sale in the USA. This cartoon portrays the East Coast elite as bootleggers.
"7 years after the end of the Great War, as people in the 1920s then called World War I, this cartoonist begged readers not to let the memory of the Great War fade.
Tax rates had risen sharply during the Great War. Treasury Secretary Andrew Mellon, shown here as a watermelon, scored popularity points with voters by lowering the tax rate to 25%.
This anti-racist cartoon from a Chicago African-American newspaper shows the prejudice of the past being blown apart bit by bit.
I want to write to Alec and tell him I can't come out on the farm with him. Will you mail it for me? Be sure to put a 2-cent stamp on it. A red stamp. Don't forget, will you, Jay?
No, I won't.
City Hospital.
Dear Alec, this is to let you know that I am in the hospital with a leg broken by a truck, and I won't be out to see you on the farm. Hoping you have a good time. Yours truly, Freckles. P.S. It's my right leg, not my left one.
A few minutes later,
I like to do things for Freckles. He'll be glad when I tell him how I saved him a penny. I bought a green stamp 'cause they was cheaper than the red ones.
just as his temperature was nearing normal. Now look at it, 103.
This Wisconsin man ran afoul of the Prohibition law of the 1920s by selling alcoholic beverages in his ice cream parlor.
The naughty proprietor had moonshine hidden underneath the ice cream shop benches.
This political cartoon shows the Democratic mayor of New York City, Jimmy Walker, riding New York State's Governor Al Smith on his way to becoming mayor. In the same way, little Bob La Follette Jr. rides his father's coattails to become a U.S. Senator. Bob La Follette Sr., nicknamed Fighting Bob, was the governor of Wisconsin. In this Abe Martin cartoon by Indiana cartoonist Ken Hubbard, Abe compares General Frank Andrews to a circus clown. Today we remember General Andrews as the namesake of Andrews Air Force Base.
The building in the background says that it specializes in knee painting. Knee painting was a flapper fad. Women rolled down their stocking and painted flowers and designs on their knees. You might know the reference from the song All That Jazz from the Chicago musical.
If you've enjoyed this journey 100 years into the past, visit aeess.com for audiobook classics and more great audio.
Don't
Say,
forget to
I
like.
notice your prizefighter friend, Bad News Burke, is quite clubby with the police. I saw 3 cops clubbing him into a paddy wagon last night. The racket started in a chop suey parlor, sort of another Chinese boxer rebellion, I'd call it.
So, well, I do not meddle in Roscoe's personal affairs, aside of his ring activities. I am his fight manager, not his guardian.
It seems the frolic started over a cover charge, and Roscoe felt he was entitled to take the tablecloth and silverware home with him, since he paid for it.
Better keep him muzzled,
If your
Major.
new pair of Levi Strauss blue jeans tore, you could take them back and exchange them for a new pair. What a deal.
A new Studebaker automobile was a bargain at $1,150. That's about $21,200 today.
In September 1925, Mr. John Smith was trying out the idea of owning his own radio.
Did Chicago ever build this giant acropolis?
If they did, it's not there anymore. This block is where the South Loop Trader Joe's grocery store is now.
The J.C. Penney department store sold suits for $24.75, and you look like a dapper 1920s gentleman. In 2025 dollars, that's roughly $458.
If you've enjoyed this journey 100 years into the past, visit aeess.com for audiobook classics and more great audio.
Don't forget to like and
Nix,
sub.
Jeff, Nix. Can't you see the traffic signal?
I ride right through all signals. See that cop salute me? When the cops see those letters PD on my car, they show me great respect.
For the love of Mike, I didn't know you were connected to the police department.
I ain't. PD don't necessarily stand for police department. It also stands for pickle dealer, my new business. But it fools the cops, as you observed.
If you've enjoyed this journey 100 years into the past, visit aeess.com for audiobook classics and more great audio.
Don't forget to like and sub.